Right, there are two different ways you can actually tackle this question here to make A the subject of the formula. Right, here's one way. Imagine that's the orange and that's the slug there. So to get rid of plus C, you minus C. What have you done on this side? Do it on the other side. So you get Y minus C. C, take away C, they knock each other out. You're left with A over B. Right, now deal with the fraction. To get rid of divide by B, you times by B. What have you done on this side? Do on the other side. So you'll get B times everything. This B times by divide by B is knocked out by times by B. So you're left with A. So now we have A, the A subject of the formula. That's the answer. Right, here's another way. Right, some people might think, well, why can't you just get rid of the divide by B to start off with? Well, you can. You can times by B. What have you done on this side? Do on the other side. So that would be Y times B. Now you need to be careful with this. When you're timesing by B, you have to times every single part. We've got two parts there, 1, 2. You'll be timesing by B for every single part. So let's do that then. I mean, most people will just times the B with that bit there and then knock out the B over here and forget about the C. So let's do this properly now. This times by B will knock out divide by B. So you're left with A. But remember, times by B, C will be multiplied by B as well. So it'll be B times C. Remember, I'm trying to find that. I want that to be on its own to make that the subject of the formula. So what I will do now is get rid of plus BC in one go. Minus BC. What have you done on this side? Do it on the other side. So that'll be YB minus BC. This will knock out and you're left with A. Then you might say, well, actually, how is it that this answer here is actually different from this? They look different. Well, they're not too different, because I can tell you now, if I was to factorize this, what does this bit here and this bit here have in common? What letter do they have in common? It's a B. So put that on the outside of the bracket. Right now, B times something to give me YB. There, YB, YB. B times something to give me BC. It's C. So now we can see clearly that what I have here is the same as what I had over here. Right. A few more questions to do with subject of the formula. Make A the subject. So what I will do before I square root it, some of you you'll be saying that to get rid of squaring, you will square root. But remember, if you're going to square root now, at this stage, you'll end up square rooting the 3 as well. So I want to move the 3 out the way. Right, so that's my orange and that's the slug. So to get rid of times by 3, you divide by 3. Do the same on the other side. So that'll be M divided by 3. 3 and 3 times by 3 divided by 3, the knockout, you're left with A squared. Now this is a simple process. If I'm going to square root now, that will only affect the A squared. So square root, to get rid of squaring, opposite of squaring is square root. Do the same on the other side. So now you'll square root everything. And you're left with, this square root will knock out the squaring, you're left with A. This time, make P the subject of the formula. Right, we've got a lot of things. It looks like we've got 2 slugs on this orange. So what I can do is, remember by default this is a positive number. You don't need to put a positive. I mean, if I was to ask your age, how old are you? Let's say you happen to be 21 years old, you're not going to say, oh, I am plus 21 years old. Obviously, when you say 21 years old, we know it's a positive number. So this is a positive term. So to get rid of that, you need to minus 2x. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this one at the same time as well. To get rid of minus 5y plus 5y. So I'm doing two things all in one line. Do the same on the other side. So that's going to leave me with L minus 2x plus 5y. So you're left with p squared over 7. Now, I want to, like I said, I don't like fractions in this case. So to get rid of divide by 7, times by 7. Do the same on the other side. So now you'll end up multiplying everything by 7. You're left with p squared. You're just left with p squared. Now to get rid of p squared, to get rid of the squaring, you need to square root. What have you done this side? Do on the other side. So you'll have square root, all of that. All of this I'm going to copy here. Square root knocks out the squaring, you're left with p. That's the subject of the formula.